Okay, this is part two of following the road signs of life. This is part two. So if you have not listened to part one, I need you to stop this video and listen to part one before you listen to this. So once again, thank you all, but I'm going to get right into it. So another thing too, I want to make mention of. So on the road, definitely in the Hampton Roads area, people like to speed. And I think part of that too, I'm just saying FYIs because the speed limit is kind of like low anyway on the highway. Like depending on what part of the highway you're on, sometimes it's like 50, sometimes it's 55, sometimes it's 60, 65. But anyways, the speed limit is still there for safety, and that is what the law states. So as a law-abiding citizen, that is what I follow. I follow the speed limit to the best of my ability. So, but in this area, of course, the speeding is relentless. It's ridiculous. And that's another thing too that really spoke to me as a single. I won't share this person's name because I know that their purpose is not to be in the spotlight or be broadcast, but this particular person is very wise and I respect highly. They're wise, a wise woman of God. Just a wise person in general. I really do believe this person even may have the gift of wisdom. But I remember one day a while ago, I think it was about 3 years. It may have been about 3 years ago. It's 2018. I don't know. My years now are mixing together. So everything that's been in the past 5 years, it's like linked together in 1 year now. It's kind of hard for me to distinct different years now. But anyways, this person was sharing some good knowledge to me, and in particular to relationships and singleness and whatever and dating, yada yada yada. And like I said, this video is not necessarily a quote-unquote video for singles, but there are some things that I also saw on the way home that could pertain to singleness or anything else in life. So I remember as some of these people are flying like so ridiculous, like it was to the point that I was honestly scared. I was honestly afraid because I'm like, it's late. And I know sometimes I can have a left foot sometimes, for all my people know. But anyways, I actually had my car on cruise control because the simple fact was I didn't want to get pulled over. Like, I really did not want to get pulled over. So I'm like, let me, make sure I'm actually going the speed that I need to go. So people were just flying down the road so carelessly. And immediately I thought about what this wise woman of God once told me. And she's told me this a few times. And she's always said, when you meet someone or you start dating someone, take it slow. And, I'm not saying this is necessarily doctrine, people, so just put out a disclaimer. This is not doctrine. And, of course, we know that there's many people in this world that have met people at a very short amount of time. They got together, they got married, everything's great. So I'm not saying that at all. But just hear what I'm saying about follow the road signs of life. So she was telling me, take it slow. There's no reason to rush. Get to know each other. Yada yada. So, I really took that at heart. I really, really did. And so as the road is going, as cars are flying down the road, I'm thinking to myself, how important is that to slow down? And even in friendships, you can even use that for friendships as well. Take things slow. And since I'm a single, let's speak to the singles, Take things slow, because as you're looking on the road, what happens most times when people are speeding? beyond the speed limit. Like, we're talking about beyond the speed limit. We're talking about 10, 15, 20 over the speed limit, okay? And the last time I checked, I could be wrong, but the last time I checked for the state of Virginia, going 80 is reckless. Doesn't matter what the speed limit is. That may have changed, but last time I knew, going 80 was reckless. So, say if you're going 80 miles per hour in a relationship, it can be reckless. It could be very reckless. Because look at the signs of the road and the physical. Look at the signs of the road and the physical. People get pulled over. You see the little blue light, the blue light special. You know, our state troopers, let me tell y'all right now, everybody that's up in Virginia already know. But all my people that's not in the state of Virginia, our state troopers don't play up in here. They do not play, and they definitely do not play in my area. Okay? On 64, sometimes they're sneaking on 264 sometimes. There's sometimes a little sneaking on 264. But definitely 64, they will get you. They're wide open, or sometimes they're hidden. But y'all found a new spot the other day. I'm like, y'all never in this spot. You know, what's another spot? Oh, out in Shore Drive, out in Virginia Beach. Watch out, because they're out there. Because that speed limit's only, I know I'm getting on a tangent, but I'm just want to let y'all know this. Out in Shore Drive, going towards the back way, going towards Virginia Beach on the ocean front, when you're taking that route, those cops are out there. Because it's a straight speed trap. It's 35, but you could go in easy. You could go an easy 45 on that road. They would get people all the time. But anyways, so that happens when people are going too fast on the road. You get pulled over. You may get a warning. You may get a ticket. And don't be intoxicated with alcohol or an illegal substance, because your tail going to jail that night. You're either going to get, you're going to get locked up. Yeah, you're going to get locked up. I've seen it. I've seen people all sitting on the grass, you know, not aware, in handcuffs, you know, because of DUIs. They're going to tow your car. They also want to have you call someone and let you know what's going on with you. I've seen that happen. Also, another thing happens is accidents, which is, there's so many accidents that happen in this area. It's ridiculous. It's just, we're not even going to talk about that right now. So those are things that happens when people in this area drive too fast. So let's take that into perspective with relationships. Okay, so say if you're being careless and you're being reckless, you're not taking time to be yourself. You're just putting this whole facade on, this mask on, and what you want people to believe. You're just going full force. You're going full force because you're just seeing one thing and one thing only, and yada yada yada. You then start being reckless with your actions, with your behaviors, maybe with your speech, yada yada yada. Then what's going to happen? You're going to get a ticket in life. And some people like to call this taking an L, aka taking a loss. There's, there may be some accidents that happen that you wasn't planning on happening. And see, the thing about the road, the physical road, we have to have insurance, okay? Now, if you don't have insurance, I think you have to pay like $5,000 or something like that not to have insurance. Don't quote me on this, okay? So y'all could check that out on your own information. But it's just best to get insurance, people. And it's best to get some good insurance. Don't go out here and get some cheap Don't go out here getting cheap insurance. Let me repeat that. Don't go out here getting cheap insurance. You better have some good car insurance in the state of Virginia. Definitely in the Hampton Roads area. Okay? It's completely worth it. Okay? Try your best to get some discounts and, do what you need to, do with these representatives to get these discounts. But just don't be going to no Joe Schmo because you're trying to get $5 car insurance. Because if something was to take place, you're going to be, it's not going to be pretty. I can't even find the words right now. It's not going to be pretty. And it's not going to be pretty for the person that you may have hit or the person that hit you. Just letting you know. So we're 10 minutes in. And so I'm just trying to make this point to you all. So just using this for an example, and we could use this for many other things as well, but let's use this for an example with singleness and the whole thing about relationships and being reckless or whatever. So you're just going full speed. You don't care what's going on. You're just full speed. So like I said, you get a ticket in life. I already said that. And I said if there were, then there could be accidents that happen. Several accidents. And, I'm not even going to go in detail of the accidents because we're all adults and we all know what these accidents could be. There's so many accidents that happen with people that not necessarily they wasn't supposed to be together, but, just went too fast into something and they did not read the proper signs. Okay. So, and I'm personally, talking of things that I've seen and experienced myself. So, so you see, you see these things or whatever. So you're not really paying attention. So there's many accidents that could take place, And not necessarily saying all these accidents or sin issues, okay? There are also sin issues that could be accidents. And there could be accidents that you're not even supposed to be with this person. Your accident could be you allowed to give your heart to someone that wasn't meant to have your heart. So, but it's 12 minutes in, you get the point that I'm trying to say. So, but the difference between having an accident in the physical, we have good insurance. Well, if you have good insurance, okay, compared to you having an accident and just the road of life, dealing with a reckless relationship, you're just moving too fast, and there's not insurance for that, people. There's not insurance. Think about that. Think about that. We could go out here on this road. People have accidents all the time. They get out the car. They call the police. They call the insurance company. People come out and assess it. You may have witnesses, maybe. And all of that normally is taking place in a matter of a month or a few months, depending on the severity of the accident. Depending on the severity of the accident, sometimes people have to go to court. Maybe they have to do a settlement. It just depends. But, there's things set in place if you have insurance that could work it out. Okay, and most times you'll be able to get a rental. Depending on what insurance you have, you may could get a rental on the same day. That rental company may come and pick you up. It's very convenient, when you're having a physical accident. But when you're having it, with a car, we're talking about, the road. But when you have like an accident, like dealing with relationship, a reckless relationship, with the context that we're talking about, there's not insurance for that. Think about that. So, dealing with a car issue, a car accident, like I said, you could be done with the matter in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year. There's a court case, depending on the severity of the issue. But in this area, it's not insurance. And sometimes some people have to deal with that for the rest of their lives. Sometimes it would take people a few months, a few years, depending on the severity of what happened in that reckless predicament. So just think about that. Think about your actions in that area. And that's something that I have learned. And I'm going to say learned and by faith. I'm going to say learned by faith because I want to make sure I've passed all my tests dealing with past reckless relationships or just, you know, being in things that I shouldn't have been into anyway. But like I said, listening to the road signs. So once again, when we're on this physical road, there are signs out. You know, the law, our cities, our state has made a way to put out signs on the roads to keep their drivers aware, to help things more convenient on the road. And the same thing on this life journey. The good Lord has put out great signs. He has not put us in this world to be lost. Okay? He's given us all the tools, everything that we need. He's given it to us. Now it's up to us to read the manual. You know, just like when you're first learning to drive. It was our responsibility to read that book. And just to be transparent with you all, I failed my sign test. I think it was twice. Was it twice? Yeah, I failed twice. The first time, I think it was like between the first 3 questions I failed. The second time, I was in it for a little bit. I think it was like the 5th or something question I failed. But I finally passed on the 3rd try. But it was my responsibility to read that manual, to get familiar with all the signs of the road, because I did not know which signs. Because I think at that time they only asked you 10 questions when I got my license. I got my license when I was fairly late. I got my license when I was 19. So yeah, like that was my responsibility. Now, just because I didn't know the signs of the road didn't mean the signs of the road was not going to be on the road. Doesn't mean I was not going to be penalized if I did not follow those signs. The signs was out there. The signs been out there. Okay? So it was my responsibility to read on that and to know what I need to do. Same thing in our real life, on our journey. It's our responsibility to read the manual that's been given to us. It's our responsibility to read that Holy Bible, to read those scriptures, to get familiar with that word, to study that word, to do our devotions, to have prayer time. That is our responsibility. And on top of that, it is our responsibility to take heed to the voices of wisdom that have been placed in our lives, to follow the guidance of our pastors and of our elders, from our mentors that God has put into our lives, because they know the signs. They know the signs. They're familiar with the signs, and they see someone else that they know for a certain amount of time that they got to help get to that point. So they're going to share. Just like the woman that helped me, that one woman that I talked about in part 1. I think it was part 1. I can't even remember now. Y'all pray for me. That shared that. Like, listen, you have the signs out. It's your responsibility to know the signs of the road. Okay? It's our responsibility. It's 19 minutes in. I'm trying to think, do I have any more thoughts? Do I need to make a part 3 on this or not? But there was just so many things. My goodness. Oh. Yeah. There's so many things I could touch on, but I'll leave you all with this. The point of this 2-part principle video is to remember to stay in your lane. And if I could give you a visual, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I can't tell you how many times I'm on the road and how many people always giving me the weirdest looks. And I'm just in my lane. I'm just in my lane. And they look at me like I'm crazy sometimes. Like, What are y'all looking at? Y'all spend so much time looking at me, y'all better not get in an accident. You better stay in your lane and watch where you're going. Stop getting distracted with these phones, people. And I'm just going to put out this disclaimer. Get off your phone. Like, if I see one more person text while they're driving, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. Like, people, stop texting while driving. Stop texting while driving. Stop texting while driving. It's not safe for me. It's not safe for you. It's not safe for nobody in your car. It's not safe for the community. Same thing in our journey of life. Get off these distractions. Get off of these distractions that's keeping us from staying on our lane, staying in our lanes, from keeping us from the season and the levels we need to get to. Okay? So the point of this two-part video, principle video, whatever you want to call it, stay in your lane. Help people when you can for a season. Don't tailgate people. Don't tailgate people. Okay? You see something wrong on the road, call them whatever the necessary number it is. Be a witness when you can, when someone's in help, when they need help. Okay? Follow the road signs of life. Be cautious in the relationships that you get into. Be cautious in the friendships you get into. Be cautious. Be cautious on where you're going. And please, I think this will be my last point. Please know where you are going. I'll say this again. Please know where you are going. Okay, just like there's a GPS for the road, there's a GPS for our journey in life. Use it. Okay? So we are 22 minutes in. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. By next Saturday, it is March 25th, 2018. It's at 12:28 a.m. We're making some life goals out here, people. We're making some life goals out here. Let's get 12 subscribers for next Saturday. Let's do that. And once again, I know I'm 23 minutes in. It was a little long video, but just bear with me. And I know that some of you are enjoying it. And thank you for those that are really supporting me in this endeavor. I feel like this is the time and the season to do this. But, what I was about to say, lost my train of thought. Y'all pray for me. I won't let y'all go, and I'll do another video as well. I'm gonna do a video on singleness. Just a quick thought on that. But thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all. I'll see you soon. Feel free to comment. Tell me what you like about this video. Tell me your thoughts about this, or anything else you would like for me to talk on. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you all soon.